2:37 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in!
CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lie. Oh, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net.
Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for three. That goes in. What a play!
Good evening, basketball fans. It's game day, and it's almost game time here at the Venetian in Macau. It is the Macau Derby between the Black Bears and the Macau Wolf Warriors. As you see here on the standings today, I will be your anchor. My name is TK, along with our analyst, Coach Hammer. What do you think about the game today?
Well, of course, it's a, as you said, Macau Derby, both teams coming off losses. They are quite abysmal this year, up and down performances from both squads, and we want them to really have an A game, because this is something of a territorial game, rivalry game, so to speak. They want to get that W, and especially for the Black Bears.
Yes, sir. Especially, as you mentioned, both teams coming off a loss. The Black Bears coming off a loss right here on this court. Singapore Slingers coming back down from as much as 19 points.
Exactly. And in the fourth quarter, that was where they made their run. 25-8, final 4 minutes, the Macau Black Bears wasn't able to fabricate points. That was the turning point of that ball game.
For the Macau Wolf Warriors, on the other hand, they lost to the Saigon Heat. What a game that was from the Saigon Heat's Torian Graham.
45 points, that was the story of that ball game. Wasn't able to find an answer to the question that was named Torian Graham, and right now they are more equipped to bounce back for this ball game. We've seen them the whole season. After a win, it gets followed by a loss, and then it comes back with another win. We shall see if the trend will continue.
Yeah, but it's a long, long season. As we were talking with Coach Todd Purves before the game, for the Macau Black Bears, they will be looking to their locals, both of whom had good games last time.
Well, exactly. The moment that your locals step up, it alleviates the pressure from your world imports. Just like this, Kenny Manigault and Mick McKinney really providing the offensive punch for the Black Bears, but the locals really need to step up to provide an additional punch, especially in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be a high-powered scoring game here, as you saw Mike McKinney and Kenny Manigault, second and third in scoring in the ABL this season, followed by the fourth leading scorer, Doug Herring, who will be introduced in a bit on the floor. We will turn to our on-court announcer as he announces the players for both teams. there you have it. Both teams ready for action again, trying to avenge a recent loss and get back into that win column.
Both teams trying to be tougher than the rest of their schedule. Both teams trying to find their groove. And you know, DK, the moment that the year turned, more games would be played. This would be the bulk of our season coming up in between the third week of January to the first 2 weeks of February. This would be really dictating the campaign that you would be having going into the playoffs.
For sure, indeed. The Macau Black Bears, this will be their 6th straight home game, so enjoying that kind of streak. For the Wolf Warriors, on the other hand, they are coming off a 5-game homestand. This is their first away game in a while. And as you see here, as we are hyped up for the Macau Derby, plenty of officials here to witness this game between the two local teams.
Trying to secure who really is the Macau team. Of course, it's all fun and games before the game starts, but it would be all business once the ball is tossed in the air.
Yes, sir. Both teams, all business, all serious, wanting to come away with the win. This is a rivalry that has been budding this season. Already played twice this year. The Black Bears winning the first game, 117-100. But the Wolf Warriors getting the second one, so right now they're even, and they want this one to just take a little bit of an advantage in bragging rights.
Not only in bragging rights, they need to really secure wins so that either of the squad, whoever gets the win, would move up the team standings. You want to be part of that top 8 so you would qualify for the playoffs.
For sure, indeed. Not a lot of changes in the roster for the Macau Black Bears this season. They have gone with their usual lineup: Brandon Edwards, Mike McKinney, and Kenny Manigault as their 3 import. For the Wolf Warriors, there has been some changes. Stephen Thomas, though, has been there since the start of the season along with Julian Boyd. And they are welcoming back Doug Herring after a 5-game injury break.
And a good recovery time for Doug Herring, of course, as we see the next 5 games of the Macau Black Bears. They will be facing Hong Kong Eastern, Kuala Lumpur Dragons. It's a home and away stand right there. And then the Mono Vampire and the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Those are tough games coming up.
That's a tough stretch for the Black Bears indeed. Those last 4 games are up against 50% winning teams, and that is something that Coach Charles Hantumakos has to prepare
Top
for.
half of our team standings they would be facing.
Yeah.
Especially the Mono Vampire and KL Dragons are really impressive this year.
Yeah, they're just playing hard. And the Macau Black Bears have just got to play harder, as the Wolf Warriors have to play hard as well in their next 5 games. They will be going to Stadium 29 in Thailand. And then another lengthy stretch against Eastern Saigon Heat. The Macau Black Bears again to complete this 4-game series. And then the Formosa Dreamers. So a busy month of February for both teams.
High quality performance is needed, especially they need to be in peak condition because climate is changing every so often after the Christmas break for the other squads. Once they go back after the Chinese New Year, all bets are off. You got to see them perform at a very high level.
Yeah, especially for these 2 teams, the Chinese New Year's might affect a bit, as some of their players
will be taking off.
Yeah, well, it's going back to their hometowns a bit, getting to that family reunion.
It could go both ways. Could help a lot. Of course, there's nothing like some home cooking and some restaurant.
For sure. But still, the coaches have already emphasized to keep their momentum going, as Scotty Ewing will look to get his momentum back after doing point guard duties in the past few games. He'll be back as the shooter for the Wolf Warriors.
Of course, always quick to the trigger. Scotty Ewing, almost 13 points a game. A little over 3 assists a game. And on the 3-point field goals, that's 33%. So every time he shoots 3, at least one of those 3 attempts go in. This is important as a key cog on their offense. It opens up the floor for Stephen Thomas and for Julian Boyd to provide baskets underneath the basket.
For sure, Scotty Ewing has been a big mid-season boost for the Wolf Warriors. Actually, once he was added, they went 2 for 1 before the Douglas Herring injury. And as we mentioned, this guy is back. The defending champion from the BTS CLS Knights last season. He's been on a tear to start before that injury, Coach.
But that hamstring injury, it really is a nagging one. We were talking about it off wax. Anytime that you experience a soft tissue injury, it would be there throughout the season. And now the challenges for their training staff to keep him in tip-top shape and prevent further injury on that hamstring.
Yes, sir, for sure. But we have faith that Douglas Herring will be tough enough to break through, and especially here in his first game back with the Macau Wolf Warriors. Here, Coach Todd Purves assigning some last-second assignments before the game. And especially he'll be looking forward to get to these two guys later in the game. Chai Chen and Chris Shentu, two very talented players for Coach Todd.
Of course, Chai Chen has been one of the main guys since last year for the Wolf Warriors. He has been one of the best local players that we have. And Coach Todd Purves knows a thing or two about unlocking big guys who can shoot from the outside.
For sure. And Chai Chen, actually the first time that he played against the Macau Black Bears, he went off for 32 points but unable to get the win though. This is a matchup that will be factoring into this game. Stephen Thomas and Brandon Edwards, Coach.
Stephen Thomas, he legend. Of course, right there, as we were also talking about him, he took a few years off and then came back as if nothing happened. He just kept on performing, providing that solid interior presence for the Wolf Warriors, corralling rebounds, and providing the intimidating presence. On the other side, they need other guys to also help on how to defend Stephen Thomas.
Well, yes, Stephen Thomas has just got a competitive and winner's mentality. That's why Coach Todd Purves brought him into this season. For the Macau Black Bears, though, their big man, Brandon Edwards, has been efficiently scoring for the team, able to knock it down from the long range as well. But going up against Steve Thomas, a big body, is definitely not going to be an easy task over these next 40 minutes.
And Brandon Edwards has been shooting a little under 60% from the field, and also, of course, an automatic double-double for the Black Bears, and we shall see how he would fare against the legend himself, Stephen Thomas.
The starting lineups, as you see here on the court: Douglas Herring, Stephen Thomas, Scotty Ewing, Julian Boyd, and Hu Yue for the Wolf Warriors. Warren Ling, Jenning Ling, Kenny Manigault, Brandon Edwards, and of course, Mike McKinney for the Macau Black Bears. We will be tipping off in just a bit. Wolf Warriors in their dark green, Black Bears in their white jerseys.
As I told you, a team that is wearing green and a team that is based on Macau will be winning this ball game today.
That seems like a pretty safe bet, and we are off to the start. Quick jump there by Kenny Manigault to get the possession. Mike McKinney starts the game on a high note with a triple.
And coming out of their dugout, the first shot that he took on the warm-ups was a 30-foot jumper, and he nailed it. So that's a very good sign for them. The first shot that he takes on the game, he makes it.
Scotty Ewing looking to reply, and they do. We might have a shootout here in Macau. It's 3-3 to start things off.
Of course, any derby wouldn't be complete without the fireworks. Both shooters from both squads getting their first three-pointers to go in.
Jenning Liang on the right side, getting it down to Manigault in the post. Trying to work his way around, kicks it to the corner. McKinney fakes it behind the back, and what a way to get open.
Splitting the help side defender and being balanced, being square on the basket, using the window with touch, finishing that shot.
Just 1 minute, Mike McKinney has 5 points. Douglas Herring gets it to Boyd from the top of the key, and both teams are just on fire.
Definitely online from the outside. Julian Boyd, second three-pointer for the Wolf Warriors on 2 possessions.
Kenny Manigault has Douglas Herring on him, a terrific defender. Manigault pulls up. Finally a miss from these two teams, but an offensive board by McKinney rolls out, and another offensive board. Still going on with this offensive possession. Finally, the Wolf Warriors get that defensive board. Herring to the corner. Ewing pulls up from the same spot, and it goes down once again.
That is his natural position. You let him loose, you let him get to the spots where he could just shoot it, and he would make it. Scotty Ewing.
Scotty Ewing, though, on defense, trying to hold down McKinney. Not easy as he kicks it out to Leung. Does not knock it down. Ooh, pushing the tempo. Trying to get it to Boyd in the post against the smaller Leung. Backing him down, showing his strength, fading away. Missing out on that baseline jumper.
Good isolation for Julian Boyd. They could have gone deeper. And talking about deeper, Black Bears getting a 3-point shot from Jenny Leung.
Both teams still continuing to fire it up from downtown. Scotty Ewing gets it to Herring. Herring gets a screen. Nice pass to Julian Boyd, goes up and under. What a move.
And that's what you get from Doug Gehring. You have a point of attack, a clear point of attack, and he can distribute really well, averaging 9 assists a game.
He's looking pretty comfortable in his comeback here. Jenny Leung knocked a 3 earlier, trying to navigate his way around. Gets it to McKinney, nice fake, goes to the left, and it rolls out, but Edwards with a putback.
Brandon Edwards, second offensive rebound off the ball game. And it's the first time that he's tried a shot attempt underneath the basket, and he gets that points inside the paint.
Doug Herring orchestrating the offense for the Wolf Warriors. Looking for options, gets it tapped away. Macau Black Bears in the running. Kenny Manigault for the slam.
Getting to the trampoline, Kenny Manigault taking care of business. And the defensive stop, quick hands, even better recognition that he has a smaller guy on him.
Scotty Ewing, though, getting Herring in the post, gets double teamed quickly. Herring facing some tough defense by Leung. Gets open somehow for the layup down low.
And he gets clipped on the face right there on the shot attempt. A little zone defense shown by the Black Bears.
Herring a bit slow to get up on the other end as the Macau Black Bears. Kenny Manigault draws a foul. Coach Todd Purves not liking the no call.
So let's look at it again. This was a foul on Kenny Manigault on the other side, but it would be nice to see what happened after that fake spin. And then going reverse by Doug Herring. He got clipped on the face, no call.
Still though now walking on his own, so probably maybe just a bit of a scare.
And just like Taylor Swift, you gotta shake it off.
We have to tell the DJ to turn that on.
Definitely.
Kenny Manigault though knocks down his first free throw after a short break of action.
Very impressive touch from Kenny Manigault the whole season. Really knows where to pick his spots. Has that two power dribbles pull up. He could go to the post and face the basket and create from that angle too. So very complete player, Kenny Manigault.
Also a very good free throw shooter. And right on cue, I jinxed
Not
him
on
with
me,
that
you
miss.
jinxed him. Chris Kenny Manigault, their leading scorer for this season.
Steven Thomas moving the ball around. Hu Yue has a smaller Mike McKinney and tries to attack him. Just aggressively getting to the basket is the local for the Wolf Warriors.
And he throws his body to the defenders. He's not backing down. He goes strong. And whenever there are people trying to jump with him, at first it was McKinney, and then the next time it was, I think, Kenny Manigault throwing his body towards the defender. He gets a foul.
You have to wonder if that is in the scouting report from Coach Todd Purves. The Macau Black Bears do not go deep into their rotation, Coach.
And as you see, they only go as deep as 7 guys. They only try to give very, very small minutes to their bench players.
The referees are going to warn Kenny Manigault after some complaining about the calls.
Sweet nothings.
Coach Charles, though, smiling that off. Hu Yue knocks down the free throw.
And high scoring first quarter, TK. 15 to 13. The Wolf Warriors getting a 2-point lead for them.
Yeah, both teams are really pushing the pace. Brandon Edwards has that range, but drives inside, kicks it to the corner for Warren Leung, and a miss. But another offensive board by the Macau Black Bears. They have been gobbling those up.
And talking about offensive rebounds, the last game that they faced each other, the Wolf Warriors out-rebounded the Black Bears, and a lot of those offensive rebounds.
Wolf Warriors getting those offensive rebounds too here, but finally back to the Black Bears. The home court, Jenning Leung pulls up in transition, barely rolls out. Again though, the hustle by the Black Bears, getting the ball but turning it over, throwing it back in. Just gotta love the effort from the Black Bears as a timeout, a TV timeout is called, and we'll be back after a short break. Yet with the upper hand, we are tied at 15, halfway through the first quarter. How's the game been so far, Coach?
High energy, up and down. Both teams trying to crash that offensive glass and converting on outside shots. Very good percentages from 3 for both squads.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, 6 offensive board for the Black Bears, 2 for the Wolf Warriors, just crashing it down. Herring getting the screen, working his way in, and a foul from behind by Jenning Leung.
And he plays within his own pace. Goes with the inside-out dribble, very patient, puts the defender on his hip, and once he attacks and somebody tries to outrun him, that's an automatic foul.
Stephen Thomas working his way inside, big man move.
You gotta call him Devo with that move. He's bullying his way underneath the basket.
Black Bears looking to answer. It's a foul called on Huyua, trying to make his way around the screen. Team still trying to stay conservative with these fouls. Mike McKinney trying to get loose, wide open. Jenning Leung pulls up, hits the front of the rim.
And another offensive rebound here for the Black Bears.
These offensive possessions just keep on going, and a moving screen or offensive foul there on Brandon Edwards.
That's like whipping up that pastry on the right side. And trying for the dive was the big guy. Trying to set that screen, but moving before hitting the player.
Just getting piled over there, though.
That's a good tackle right there.
Maybe not the right sport for that.
Definitely not the right sport.
Wolf Warriors making 2 substitutions, bringing in Tang Jikang and also Chris Shentu in the backcourt. Going back down to Stephen Thomas in the post there. Worked earlier. Kicking it back out. Chris Shentu, wild drive.
Played really well last game, but starting off with a difficult drive on the baseline.
Not a lot of options open for him there.
And definitely not a lot of space.
Kenny Manigault with Doug Herring on him again, trying to go through the middle. Switching it around. Gets Jenning Leung open again. They've been getting those shots. Jennings still unable to find his touch.
And he is not gun shy. If it's open, he would take it, but right there, not being able to knock down that three.
That is a role that Coach Charles Antomarcos has trusted with Jenning Leung throughout this season.
And who wouldn't want that? Your role is to jack up shots.
And for some games when he really gets it going, the team likes that as well.
Exactly.
Crescento driving again and down the baseline, kicks it to the corner. Moving the ball around well is the Wolf Warriors. Does not finish with a made three, however. Black Bears in transition, kicking it around. McKinney looking for the screen. Trying to play around, gets it to the corner. Liu Zihao making his way into the game. Unable to get on the scoreboard yet.
And a board there by Stephen Thomas. Controlling the basket, controlling the glass is Stephen Thomas throughout this ball game.
Shentu gets a clean drive this time.
Assist.
And Julian,
Count that as an assist.
yeah,
for
Julian
Shentu.
Boyd cleans it up anyways, but nonetheless, 2 more points for the Wolf Warriors. The pace is slowing down a bit. Brandon Edwards trying to pick it back up, going straight at Steve Thomas. Answers the post move earlier with a nifty little move of his own.
Very soft touch on that spin. Not an easy shot to take.
Herring, floater through the middle, rolls out.
Good box out by McKinney.
Black Bears though looking to go back. Nice find by Manigault. Jennington does not pull up this time. Manigault wide open, and he does not miss many of those, Coach.
Straightaway three from top of the key, dials it and books it. Kenny Manigault. Good kick out by Jenny Long.
Chris Shentu now handling the point guard duties, relieving some of the pressure off Herring, and
Well, that's his second foul. Kenny Manigault.
as we mentioned, not a deep rotation for the Macau Black Bears. Have to see how Coach Charles handles that.
That's a hip check right there.
Hedging out a little bit too quickly is Kenny Manigault. Shai Chan making his way into the game for the first time. Tang Shikang. Coach Todd Purves loves this guy, and you just see why he's so aggressive attacking the basket.
And I would make a guess he could turn the corner and his turbo button is stuck. Right there, getting a full head of steam and finishing on top of the defender.
Mike McKinney does not get the point-blank layup. Uncharacteristically, Wolf Warriors looking to answer. Julian Boyd powers his way through for a layup.
That's a perfect adjective right there for that attack. Going for the crossover, putting that big body to use. Just leveraging it, putting a shoulder on the hip of the defender, and then finishing up top.
Shentu gambled on that steal a bit. McKinney tried to lure him into foul. The refs do not call it. Doug Herring gets it to Shentu. Back to Herring. Down the middle, gets a lot of contact, and called for a foul is Brandon Edwards. The disliking of the Black Bears.
And that's an iffy call right there on the penetration. Edwards just going straight up, and Doug Herring throwing his body to the body of Edwards, but benefit of the doubt would always be on the offensive player. So 2 free throws for Doug Herring.
Crafty move by Herring. Kenny Manigault going to the bench and sounding his support for the team from the bench. Herring, though, as you see there, 2 points, 1 rebound, and most importantly, 3 assists in his first game back here in the first quarter.
And that's what you pay for Doug Herring. He engages the offense. He is very comfortable being the point of attack and now earning that rest from Coach Todd Purves.
Both teams will get a rest, actually, as a timeout is called on the floor. We'll be back in a bit for the last 1 minute of the first quarter. Wolf Warriors up ahead here at the Venetian, 24-20. One thing to look at though, the Macau Wolf Warriors already playing 9 players in this game, while the Black Bears fielding only 6.
And this would be something that we should be adamant about. We should observe this, the way that they're using their players. Of course, the fatigue becomes a factor in the end game.
Mike McKinney getting swarmed by Jin Shao. Still, look at that effort by the defender, and he forces a turnover out of the Black Bear star.
And Jin Shao, just right there, being a pest on the defensive side of that basketball, providing the hustle and getting a stop.
Coach Todd Purves has got to love it. He's able to bring in reserves that bring immediate results. Shentu, and to get over to Tang. Looking for that post by Chai Chen, using his big body, and what a soft lefty hook there.
Basic move right there, turning to his right shoulder, and being a lefty, that is his strong side soft touch to make that basket, first touch and first basket.
Mike McKinney making it look real easy to get inside the paint there.
Well, actually, he has been attacking and getting into that sweet spots, but he wasn't able to finish in a lot of shots, but right there making a layup.
Now using his effort on defense against Shentu, trying to force the ball out of his hands. Shot clock winding down to 5. Shentu, again, not many options on the drive there. Wolf Warriors will be inbounding, but again, the refs warning the Black Bears bench for that technical foul.
They were trying to get this call overturned. They're saying that it hit the leg of Crescendo.
Nonetheless, they get the ball back. They get the last attempt. It does not go down, leaving the Wolf Warriors up ahead 26-22 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in a bit for the second quarter of action. A strange turn of events to end the first quarter. Just go through that for us a bit here, Coach Hammer.
Well, there was a bench technical, so there would be a free throw plus a ball possession for the Wolf Warriors. So the free throw was missed, and the ball possession would still remain with the Wolf Warriors to start off the second quarter. And a lot of goading from the coach of the Black Bears.
And tensions rising a bit here. Again, as expected from a derby match like this. Wolf Warriors starting the second quarter Doug Herring attacking the right side. An offensive foul, moving screen it seems, called on the Wolf Warriors.
And a foul will be called on the smallest guy on the floor. That's Scotty Ewing. Trying to send that back pick, but not being established, extending the forearm. So that was called as an offensive foul.
Scotty Ewing, though, smiling through it. And a technical foul warning, a warning now called on the bench of the Wolf Warriors. So as we mentioned, the tensions just keep on going up here in Macau. The action, though, still continues. Jenning Leung getting swarmed. Gets it out to McKinney. McKinney gets the screen. Kicks it back to Edwards. He has that range, but it doesn't go in.
Good pick and pop action. It was free, but it wasn't there for the Black Bears.
Herring, good kick out. Chai Chen will not hesitate to take those. And Steve Thomas with the cleanup.
Bully ball right there. Stephen Thomas just showing us how strong he is underneath the basket. Two guys trying to box him out. No problem for him.
He just cleared away once they saw he got the ball. Almost a good defensive effort by Steve Thomas. Just a little bit too aggressive there, Coach.
So right here, that was a foul off Steve Thomas. He's even trying to poke that basketball away from the hands of Kenny Manigault. But a foul was called.
Wolf Warriors still up ahead 28-22. Black Bears unable to score in this quarter yet. McKinney with Ewing on him. Runs down to the left corner, fakes it up. Good kick around. Jenning Leung still unable to get back into his top form.
But shooters would keep on shooting. And once he makes one, that will be a good string for him.
Still a good defense by the Black Bears, though unable to get that loose ball. Scotty Ewing misses the mid-range J.
Might be too close for him.
Manigault attacking. Jenning Leung does not shoot it this time. Kicks it. Gets picked off by Stephen Thomas. Bodies on the floor, though. Slow to get up, so Herring pulls it back a little bit. Shaking away. Trying to shake away Jenning, but in the post is Steve Thomas. Shot clock going down. Down to 5. Still has Edwards on him. Good pass by Ewing. Chai Chen, patient, gets the easy basket there.
Very crafty. Easy might be an understatement, but going up and under, flipping the shot, using his left hand to put some English on that shot, and the board helping and doing the rest.
Warren Leung misses the wild layup. The Wolf Warriors wanted a double dribble violation there.
No call by our officials, so play continues and they make a three-point shot.
Wolf Warriors bringing it up.
Well, check that, that was a two-pointer.
Herring.
Jockeying for position, Stephen Thomas gets fouled by Jenning Leung.
Quite a lot of stops here to start the second quarter.
Physicality picking up.
Refs trying to take control of this game. You mentioned when the emotions go up, you have to really control to not let things get out of hand. Wolf Warriors with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Getting it to Herring. Leung, nice closeout. Shot clock going down once again. Herring wants the ISO. Goes to the left, rolls it up and in, and the foul.
And the shift of direction right here. Going with the hesitation move. And look at this power step right there. So putting the defender again on the hip. Anytime that the guy who penetrates gets you on your hip, that would be a 50-50 action for him. It's either made basket or 2 free throws.
Also seemed like to clip him a little bit on the release. Unless
a little gamesmanship for you.
Doug Herring gives the Wolf Warriors their biggest lead of the game now at 9. Black Bears struggling a bit. Only 2 points so far in these first 3 minutes. McKinney fakes it. Dips it out to Leung. still unable to get their mark. The Black Bears are only 3 for 13 from long range to start this game.
They have been jacking it up. They have been letting it fly, averaging more than 20 attempts a game. So it's understandable for them to try to shoot the outside shot. Last touch on Doug Airing on this possession. So ball remains with the Black Bears.
That's the Black Bears mentality and gameplay, though. They take 3-point shots. A lot of them actually second most in the league at around 33 attempts per game. Just going with that analytic style of play. 3 points is worth more than 2.
You know what is more?
I saw your face.
Worth more than 3 points? The ones that get in the basket, the ones that you take and make.
Good point. Kenny Manigault shaking Stephen Thomas. Contact on Julian Boyd. Strong penetration by Manigault.
And how about that balance of Kenny Manigault penetrating, jumping with one leg, taking the contact, and clutching that shot twice up in the air.
Actually getting a pretty good look at getting an and one after all that contact. Manigault at the line, again, one of the most efficient scorers in the ABL, not only for his three-point shooting, but his free throw shooting, hovering around 80% this season.
Look right there, 86% for the season is Kenny Manigault.
We jinxed him in an earlier trip, but this time he goes 2 for 2.
Almost 25, 8, and 6 for him, plus almost 3 steals. A ball game for Kenny Manigault.
Just a monster player all around. Referee's trying to settle things down. Macau Black Bears, though, looking to push their defense up a bit more, as you see Manigault and Leung all the way up there.
A few clarifications with Coach Todd Purves.
Slowly bringing the ball up, breaking away that trap. Julian Boyd tries a forward pass to Hu Yue. Spinning it around, what a move by Hu.
Spinning to the left, then going back with the right hand, turning, using a drop step, and using touch to finish that shot.
Mike McKinney looking to answer, pulls up from mid-range. Again, the front of the rim has been cruel to the Black Bears. Herring gets it to Ewing. Ewing, everyone looking for him to pass. Getting a layup.
Very explosive. Scotty Ewing going to the baseline with a small pump fake. 2 quick dribbles, and he is right there at the rim to finish with a left-handed layup.
Lead now in double digits for the Wolf Warriors. McKinney getting it to Leung. Nice post up by Brandon Edwards. Good rotation by the Black Bears.
Too deep. Brandon Edwards, that's an almost an automatic 2 every time he gets it that deep.
One of the most efficient scorers in the ABL as well. Scotty Ewing trying to get it inside. Stephen Thomas unable to tap it out. Black Bears finally force a turnover out of the Wolf Warriors.
So this goes back to the Black Bears, a little shuffle on the roster.
Kenny Manigault running the point in this possession. Stephen Thomas quick on his feet to get back. Liu Zihao pulls up from 3. He likes that shot, does not get it to go. Herring pushes it up this time. Hu gets it to Boyd. Boyd attacks. Not enough defensive effort there.
Very explosive when you get the rock to Julian Boyd on that position. Boxes and elbows. He could take one dribble and he can elevate with the best of them.
Kenny Manigault. Scotty Ewing just trying to run and get the ball there, but lets it go after he sees that they will get the ball. A TV timeout to stop the action as the Macau Black Bears right now command a double-digit lead, 39-29, visiting the home of the Macau Black Bears here at the Venetian. We'll be back in a bit. Of the Wolf Warriors has had to sacrifice some touches and some stats as Coach Todd Purves has sent him to a bench role. But he's been thriving in it. As you mentioned, he's looking a bit hungrier every time he's on the floor.
Well, started his ABL career as one of the premier post presence here, arguably with Delvingo. And last year average a shade under 20 a game was Shai Chen, but now he would trade all those numbers for wins. And whatever role that Coach Todd Purves gives him, As long as they win, he'll be okay with it.
Julian Boyd gets the feed from Doug Herring and a wonderful finish.
Very athletic. Julian Boyd going from the right to the left hand, going to the other side of the basket.
Shai Chen unable to take that pounding in the post from Ben Edwards.
And there's a warning also for faking a foul for Chai Chen.
Herring on the right side again. Kicking it to Ewing. Once again, the Black Bears able to tap that ball away out of the hands of the Wolf Warriors. We're closing in on the last 2 minutes of the first half. Black Bears trying to close into this lead.
Well, I've had this lead was as high as 10 points. But right now, they're trying to chip away from it, but an offensive foul called on the cross screen right here. I think that would be on Jennings Leung.
Yeah, we don't know if we're going to see a replay on that, but that is Jennings Leung's third personal foul. Again, a crucial player for the Black Bears. 2-3 zone by the Macau Black Bears on Wolf Warriors. Struggling to find their shot. Ewing, nice pass to Tang Shi Kang and a strong finish.
Oh, this guy is a guy of action, both of them. Tang Shi Kang and Shan Chao, both of them, whenever they're inside that floor, they provide energy for the Wolf Warriors.
Wolf Warriors building their lead back up. Doug Herring calmly working the ball away around. Stolen away by Mike McKinney.
Good anticipation by Mick McKinney right here. Leung attacking and earning 2 free throws.
Good aggressive attempt there by the Black Bears. They really need to get things going. It's going to be some substitutions before Jennings Leung gets a chance to go to the line. Leung has been struggling from the three-point line tonight, as we mentioned, 2 for 6, but maybe this trip to the free throw line could help him.
But he's around that average of under 40% throughout the season, Jennings Leung. From a three-point area, of course.
Leung gets 2 points to add his total up to 8 so far this game. A good balanced attack there by the Black Bears. 4 players with at least 7 points. Led the way by Kenny Manigault, who has 12. Again, the Black Bears still trying to trap the Wolf Warriors into turnovers. Tang Chi Kang open for 3. Does not get it. And a look away pass by Shentu to Chai Chen. Does not get easier than that for Chai.
8 points coming off the bench, providing bench scoring and additional depth to that rotation.
Kenny Manigault working his way down around Doug Herring. Crafty move.
Just using that pivot to perfection, putting the defender behind him and just dipping the shoulder for Asterix layup.
Shentu dared into a 3 and he makes the Black Bears pay.
And remember last game he didn't miss a shot? And now making that first triple that he takes.
Gotta take focus of those scouting reports. Down to the last 20 seconds of the first half, Kenny Manigault looking to attack Doug Herring. Here comes the screen. Manigault from mid-range, kicks it to McKinney. McKinney for 3. Does not get it. Still time left for the Wolf Warriors on the last attempt. Herring from mid-range, mid-court, misses out, and they will head to the locker room with a 10-point lead over the Macau Black Bears. And it's 50-40. Teams trying to settle some time issues, but seems like everything is going to go as it ends 50-40 once again. We'll be heading into the halftime break. come back soon for the second half of action here in the ABL.
AirAsia pretty much go to every surf destination that you want to go to. We jumped on a plane with AirAsia to Sri Lanka and we actually surprisingly got some really good waves. Kind of got that Indonesia vibe with way less people and the water was warm, it was sunny and the waves were perfect. AirAsia's been really good in the sense of keeping the prices at a really low level that you're going to get there happily and jump on and hopefully get some good waves. That's what surfing's about.
My name's Marcus. We own the Mexican street food cafe. All of our travel seems to be based around food. We booked a flight to Malaysia. The street food there is world renowned. AirAsia made it easy by putting us right in the locations that we needed to be. The quality of food on the flight was amazing. There's a reason why they've been #1 low-cost airline for 11 years. You can see why. It's the equal of any full-service airline.
AirAsia's been amazing for me. All the airline staff were really nice, and for me being a surfer, the best thing is just that the first board bag goes free. I was able to go on one of the first flights from Perth to Lombok. I could literally look at the surf forecast, see that there's going to be a swell, and then just jet on straight up with AirAsia and surf one of my favourite waves in the world. I discovered so much about Lombok, the culture and the waterfalls and just like the beautiful landscapes and scenery. You think those waves are out of reach? It's way closer than you think.
I used to be one of those flyers that was so scared of flying. I actually love flying now. I think from last count, I've had 76 flights with AirAsia. Been to Laos, Vietnam, all over Thailand, most places in Malaysia, Borneo. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Although they say low-cost carrier, you really do get a first-class service.
So I do have a girlfriend who lives in Malaysia. Then we just hit it off and we decided that we'd want to keep this relationship going. AirAsia was obviously able to play a part in that with the cheap flights between Sydney and KL. Without AirAsia, this whole relationship might not even have been possible. I have flown full service airlines since to other countries. I was like sitting there thinking, what am I getting here that I don't get on AirAsia? What am I actually paying for the extra for here?
Flying from Brisbane to Bangkok with AirAsia, I think you have that expectation on a low-cost airline that the level of service isn't going to be there. But the surprise for me was just the experience of sitting economy on the way there at 6'3", pleasantly surprised by the amount of room. Coming home was a different story. Got to fly on the flatbed, and it was a very, very comfortable trip home. The quality of service, the friendliness of the staff, the quality of the meals, you can't beat that.
What makes a champion? Passion, grit, determination.
A challenge can make or break you. Work hard in silence. Let success be your noise.
Never stop, you can only get better. The only one that can hold you back is yourself.
We are the composers of our own destiny. Nothing is out of reach if we dare to dream the impossible. Believe the unbelievable and never take no for an answer. Because greatness is in all of us. For we are all champions.
AirAsia pretty much go to every surf destination that you want to go to. We jumped on a plane with AirAsia to Sri Lanka and we actually surprisingly got some really good waves. Kind of got that Indonesia vibe with way less people, and the water was warm, it was sunny and the waves were perfect. AirAsia's been really good in the sense of keeping the prices at a really low level that you're going to get there happily and jump on and hopefully get some good waves. That's what surfing's about.
My name's Marcus. We own the Mexican street food cafe. All of our travel seems to be based around food. We booked a flight to Malaysia. The street food there is world renowned. AirAsia made it easy by putting us right in the locations that we needed to be. The quality of food on the flight was amazing. There's a reason why they've been #1 low-cost airline for 11 years. You can see why. It's the equal of any full-service airline.
AirAsia's been amazing for me. All the airline staff were really nice, and for me being a surfer, the best thing is just that the first board bag goes free. I was able to go on one of the first flights from Perth to Lombok. I could literally look at the surf forecast, see that there's going to be a swell, and then just jet on straight up with AirAsia and surf one of my favourite waves in the world. I discovered so much about Lombok, the culture and the waterfalls and just like the beautiful landscapes and scenery. You think those waves are out of reach? It's way closer than you think.
I used to be one of those flyers that was so scared of flying. I actually love flying now. I think from last count I've had 76 flights with AirAsia. Been to Laos, Vietnam, all over Thailand, most places in Malaysia, Borneo. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Although they say low-cost carrier, you really do get a first-class service. They go out of their way to make it really comfortable for you every time.
So I do have a girlfriend who lives in Malaysia. Then we just hit it off and we decided that we'd want to keep this relationship going. AirAsia was obviously able to play a part in that with the cheap flights between Sydney and KL. Without AirAsia, this whole relationship might not even have been possible. I have flown full service airlines since to other countries. I was like sitting there thinking, what am I getting here that I don't get on AirAsia? What am I actually paying for the extra for here?
Flying from Brisbane to Bangkok with AirAsia, I think you have that expectation on a low-cost airline that the level of service isn't going to be there. But the surprise for me was just the experience of sitting economy on the way there at 6'3", pleasantly surprised by the amount of room. Coming home was a different story. Got to fly on the flatbed, and it was a very, very comfortable trip home. The quality of service, the friendliness of the staff, the quality of the meals, you can't beat that.
We're just about to start the second half of action. Macau Wolf Warriors up ahead by 10 points, 50-40. As you see here, the difference of both teams in the first half. Wolf Warriors shooting just a little bit better from the field. Coach.
Exactly. They were just able to make more shots despite just 2 more field goals compared to the Black Bears, talking about the Wolf Warriors. But a lot of their shots coming inside a shaded area. Higher percentage shot, meanwhile, on the other squad, taking 17 three-pointers.
Kenny Manigault starting the possession, starting the second half for the Black Bears. It's now at Jenny Leung, though. Manigault has 14 points already in this game. Good pass down low to Brandon Edwards. That has worked for the Black Bears tonight.
Second time for Brandon Edwards to seal Stephen Thomas that deep in the shaded area.
Wolf Warriors lead now, cut down to single digits, looking to attack back. Scotty Ewing, that corner again, rolls out this time. Black Bears on the run. McKinney sees an opening, throws it in, for another 2 points for the Black Bears.
After making a 7th point of the ball game, Mick McKinney has been quiet. That was the first field goal after that layup in the second quarter.
Doug Herring waiting for the action to go down on that baseline. Big boy move there down low. And it gets swatted away by Warren Leung.
Well, sweet nothing. Being exchanged by our players with that baseline penetration, getting smacked on the forearm. No foul called.
Wolf Warriors to inbound the ball. Hu Yue gets it to Julian Boy, the Warriors leading scorer. Unable to get it. Hustle move by both players. Warren Leung loving the action.
Enjoying that one. And giving Coach Todd Purbs a high five. Good effort for both players. Possession going back to the Black Bears.
Sign of approval from the opposing coach.
Well, you got to give credit where credit is due. Hustling for the basketball. Any coach would love a guy like that on his squad.
For sure indeed. The Black Bears get the ball back. Manigault. From left to right. Line again. Doug Herring with the quick hands. Wolf Warriors on the run. Scotty Ewing gets free, takes the three, and he makes it.
Knocks it down, dials it, and books it from distance. Quick hands on defense by Doug Herring. Of course, Scotty Ewing taking care of business on offense.
Brandon Edwards attacking Thomas again. It does not work on the penetration. Doug Herring, bringing it up. Does not pass out this time. Misses the floater. Julian Boy getting knocked the air out of it. Jenning Leung unable to keep the momentum going, but an offensive board. Kenny Manigault finally finds a way to tap it in. Wolf Warriors slowing down a bit as the Black Bears aggressively attack them on offense. Scotty Ewing, though, 3 triples, and he knocks another one down. That is 4.
And he has been shooting well throughout the season. Saw him in warm-ups. You were here early. He was stroking it from the outside, and now not gun-shy and stroking it and making it.
Macau Black Bears, Kenny Manigault again has had success attacking. Gets it to Brandon Edwards. High looping shot does not go down. Wolf Warriors attack, back-to-back triples by Scotty Ewing already. This time trying to go down in the paint and drawing a foul off of Warren Leung.
This was the post entry, good steal by Stephen Thomas. That's Mouse in the house for you. Every time a smaller guy is behind, you gotta steal him deep. So you would get either fouled or get a clear shot at the basket.
Herring pulls up for the mid-range J. In rhythm and easy.
Smooth. Very smooth jumper for Doug Herring.
12-point lead now for the Warriors. McKinney. Manigault looking for that post. Manigault quick hands, kicks it back out, and miscommunication by the Black Bears.
So on the kick out, not improving his possession. That was on Brandon Edwards. Could have read it properly through that corner three.
Coach Charles Antumarcos brings in He Jun Jian in for Edwards, giving the big man a bit of a breather. So Herring goes directly to Steve Thomas, their big man, and quick hands by the new guy. Thomas, though, attacks the pass, gets it back to the Wolf Warriors.
Those are not quick hands, those are strong hands.
And Hu Yue, strong move to the basket.
A good pass right there, recognizing that the defense was scrambling, hitting the guy underneath the basket. Again, a high percentage shot for them.
Jenning Leung starting to catch a bit from downtown. That's his third three.
Lead down to 11 points. Good kick out. Good ball swing, rather, from the right side to the left side of the offense.
Heady play there by Hu to draw the foul from Kenny Manigault. That is going to be his third. Fouls piling up for the Black Bears. 3 on Manigault, 3 on Leung, 2 on Edwards. Doug Herring attacking, and boy, just cleaning it up. It's a lot of those from the Wolf Warriors tonight.
2 offensive rebounds on that set. Fabricating baskets again. Those are 3 attempts, but McKinney right there, boogieing on the defender and pulling up in front of him and making the shot.
Trying to keep the Black Bears within range. A foul down low on He Junjian. Trying to keep Steve Thomas out of the post must be a tough task, coach.
The guy's, what, 6'9", 6'10"? Built like a rock and possibly muscled. Debo, I was teasing him.
And here we go, the Black Bears have the numbers. Mike McKinney knocks one on that way. Gets fouled in transition.
And a good call by our official. Clearly smacked on the forearm. This is McKinney.
McKinney is gonna get a good opportunity. 3 attempts at the line. McKinney knocks down the first one. That puts his total to 13 points. He's been hitting up here in the second half, coach.
And finally finding his groove. This is the way that he started the game. Remember, he made his first 3-pointer and then followed it up with a layup, but a dry spell. Next field goal was made in the second quarter and then very, very quiet after that.
Misses the second one, though. Has 13 points. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 more steals. On his way to another all-around game. Black Bears, though, used to even bigger outputs from Mike McKinney. One of their longest tenured players on the team. Wolf Warriors lead down to 8. Black Bears trying to keep in pace. Herring kicks it back out to Boyd. Boyd pulls off a 3, and he gets back into the scoring groove.
And that's just money for Julian Boyd. You don't close out to him long, he would take that jumper. If you do, he would beat you on the first step.
Leon gets his defender in the air, misses the jump shot though. Wolf Warriors attacking fast, moving it around. Julian Boyd gets it down to Yuan. Powers inside. This kid has just been showing it off for Coach Todd.
Just throwing his body around, taking contact, initiating contact, and making a shot.
A 3 answered by Kenny Manigault of the Black Bears. Going back and forth are the 2 teams from Macau. An offensive foul, a moving screen called on Steve Thomas there. Jenning Leung.
Moving the hip, trying to clip the guy, tailing the offensive player.
We get a TV timeout. So Black Bears will get a possession to cut it down to single digits. Toe-to-toe here in the third quarter. Both have scored 17 points per team in this third interval of the game.
But the Black Bears has been trailing since the first half. They were -10 to start off this quarter. They can't just trade baskets. They need to make stops and get higher percentage shots.
And that there is the guy that they need to go to, Kenny Manigault, or this guy, Mike McKinney. But instead they kick it to Warren Liang. Liang nearly loses it. McKinney tries to draw the foul, gets loose somehow. Nice pass ahead to Jian. Easy basket there.
What is more impressive is how Mick McKinney sliced and diced, made mincemeat out of those 3 defenders trying to block off his way.
Wolf Warriors. It's Scotty Ewing who's been on fire. Nice pass by Thomas, gets tipped away just a little bit. Mike McKinney finishes off the steal. McKinney gets Manigault in stride, one-handed floater. That's his move.
And we were talking about them getting stops and fabricating baskets. On the break, Kenny Manigault with a soft touch, nice looking floater.
Manigault the first to 20 points, he has 21. Don't look now, the Black Bears are within 6. Herring has Leung on him. Has 3 defenders now, kicks it to Boyd somehow, but does not get it to go. Thomas with the board. Power move. Again, Hu Yuen. This guy has earned his starting minutes on the squad.
A little color developing between these 2 players, Hu Yuen and Hadrian John.
Yeah,
we've
here. Seen that going for a while. Actually, it seems like it's between Hu and Warren Liang there. That's been going on for a while. It's the kind of action that you want to see a little bit in these kind of derby matches, but do not want to let it get out of control, of course.
Just keep it within the 4 boundaries, 4 corners of that basketball court. Play with emotion, play tough. At the end of the day, it's just game.
Sure. Hu knocks down the extra point right as the Black Bears were looking to gain momentum. But again, it's been those offensive rebounds that have kept the possession going for the Wolf Warriors.
A whole lot of offensive rebounds being corralled here by the Wolf Warriors. Right now it stands at 13 offensive rebounds for the Wolf Warriors throughout the game.
McKinney.
A tough shot.
Does not get that 3. Wolf Warriors looking to punish. Herring straight line to the basket, and again, the second chance points by the Wolf Warriors.
14th offensive rebound of the ball game for the Wolf Warriors, and the second time that Earl Manigault going high arcing shot rather, on that floater.
That's just his signature move. Shentu looking for Chai Shen against a smaller Liang. Will he attack? Nice move to get open. Just a little bit more touch needed. Manigault pulls up for 3. He knew that was going in.
And right at the moment, at the apex of the shot, he turned his shoulder and he knew right then and there that that shot will be going in. The lead is down to 6 points.
Certainly no surprises as Kenny Manigault has been leading the charge as the Black Bears try to get back into this game. He has 26 points, 10 of 13 shooting, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. What a game by Kenny Manigault.
Complete all-around game by Kenny Manigault, but they need another guy to step up right here.
Manigault trying to defend Steve Thomas. Now switch to Chris Shentu. Tang Shi Kang The ball turning it over, running into their own players. And there it is once again. The second chance points just keep on coming. Second chance attempts keep on coming for the Wolf Warriors. Finally, a stop in action is called. It is on.
I think this will be called on the Black Bears.
Yeah, it seems to be on Warren Leung.
Trying to go with the arm bar against Stephen Thomas.
Again, there's just so much you can do against a guy like Stephen Thomas going for a rebound.
He's just so strong underneath the basket, and his instincts is right there.
Instincts indeed. Stephen Thomas, 11 rebounds in this game. ABL's all-time leading rebounder, actually.
And piling in more boards, getting 19 boards the last game.
He was the all-time leader when he left, and he still is now in his return. Just showing how dominant of a rebounder he just is.
Lost a lot of bounce, but the IQ went up a notch higher. Now plays within the space and controlling the boards with more of an IQ style of rebounding, just boxing out people, knowing where the ball would drop.
Black Bears getting a little bit frustrated with the way the game is being called. Can't let that get to their heads, though. Wolf Warriors pushing up their defense a little bit higher as well. Shentu on McKinney. McKinney shaking and baking. Liu Zihao, he is a knockdown three-point shooter and right on cue.
Second time on this ball game, coming off that pick and roll action, popping out on the weak side and stroking that three-pointer. Second three.
Black Bears to within 4 as we are about to close out this third quarter. Tang Shi Kang does not answer. Black Bears can cut it down to 2. Manigault looking to attack behind the back. Aggressive move, barely misses out on the and one.
And a good move right there, going behind the back, getting into that 2-foot gather, taking the contact from Crescentu. And Manigault getting 2 free throws.
Manigault seems like he will pretty much break the 30-point mark in this game. 4 points to go. What an efficient game it has been for him. 10 of 13 from the field. 7 of 9 from 2-point range. And 3 of 4 from downtown. He's been taking a lot of contact in this game, as had the bench look at it a bit there.
Which you would be expecting as a world import. You get a lot of hits, but
and he anticipates it too.
That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
You got to make baskets. You got to lead your team to wins. And right now, Kenny Manigault, 26, 8, and 6. Smooth touch. That's his 27th point of the ball game.
Leading all scorers in this game. Second leading scorer, Julian Boyd at 18 for the Wolf Warriors. Here we go, Black Bears clawing their way back down to within 2. 35 seconds left in the third. Tang Shi King brings the ball up. Wolf Warriors will try to slowly break it down. Tang loses the ball once again. Still back in the hands of the Wolf Warriors somehow. Tang drives, floats it in, and the layup by Tang.
Tough shot by Tang, going inside to the heart of that defense, shooting that left-handed floater, and making it fall.
Manigault gets the ball to close the quarter, gets the foul, and 1. 3.3 seconds left. Kenny Manigault, there is nothing you can do to stop him now.
Too easy right there. Hesitation move, slicing the help side defender, and then the guy who rotated just had no business of fouling him. Julian Boyd giving up a foul right there.
Once again, the two teams going back and forth. Tang Shi Kang going in the face of Kenny Manigault and Mike McKinney. Gotta love the fire from this guy though, Tang Shi Kang. Extra free throw by Kenny Manigault, up and in.
Solitary point between these two teams.
3.3 seconds. Wolf Warriors can get a good look. Tang Shi Kang trying to push it. Gets it to three. Tries to bank it in. Does not go down. Wolf Warriors seeing their 10-point lead evaporate down to only one. We'll be back in the mid for an exciting 10 minutes of action left here in this game. We have been enjoying this fiery rivalry between the Macau Black Bears and the Macau Wolf Warriors. And it's down to a 1-point game as we head to the 10 minutes of this fourth quarter. What a game it has been, Coach.
34-25, that was the quarter scoring in the third quarter. Clearly, the Black Bears are back in this ball game, just a solitary point in between these two teams. And a very important offensive possession right now for the Wolf Warriors because clearly the momentum is with the Black Bears and they get a stop.
Black Bears ended that quarter with a 10-1 run. Kenny Manigault continues it. What a drive by the bearded one.
Make that 12-1. And not even looking at the rim on that attack.
Just keeping it going on the Black Bears. Wolf Warriors need to find a way to answer. Shentu to Boyd, down to Chai Chen, the lefty with the and one.
The mouse in the house. Too deep for Chai Chen. Very gifted on finishing, especially using the left hand. Yes, that is his strong hand. Good high-low action, deep seal. A perfect pass by Julian Boyd. And the defender, Liu, not being able to handle the big boy, Chai Chen.
The Macau Black Bears, not the biggest team in the ABL. The Wolf Warriors taking advantage of that. Getting back into the lead. Mike McKinney, though, getting it to Manigault, the man of the hour. 31 points for him. Back to McKinney. McKinney gets it up. Nice pass to Brandon Edwards. They just keep finding him in those corners.
Sweet dime underneath the basket. Now we're tied at 78.
In a fitting way for this rivalry to go. Marrying to Chai Chen in the post again. Nice spin. Getting surrounded, kicking it around. Goes to the corner. Tang Shi Kang misses the three. Black Bears with a chance to go up ahead. McKinney to Warren Leung. Gets stolen away on the pass inside to the post. Shentu attacking. Warren Leung will get called for the foul.
Slight movement on the shoulder area before the contact.
Shentu will go to the line for two. That should be Warren Leung's fourth personal. Again, that's something to keep an eye on. Jenning Leung, who's on the bench, has 4. Kenny Manigault has 3. Shentu hearing it from the fans, but not letting it bother him. Shentu misses the back end. Lead is at 1 point for the Wolf Warriors. McKinney's gotten a bit quiet as this guy's taking over. Kenny Manigault gets it down once again to Edwards. Stephen Thomas playing some good defense, but again a better finish by Edwards.
Good hook shot by Edwards. Just turning away from the outstretched arms of Stephen Thomas.
Tang Shi Kang, a good rebound, but it's knocked out of his hands. Warren Leung gets it to McKinney. Black Bears have a chance to add on.
And they do.
What a layup by Mike McKinney off balance.
Showing the ball handling skills and the dexterity to finish in traffic. Mick McKinney with a layup, giving the Black Bears a 3-point lead.
Wolf Warriors losing momentum quickly, trying to get it back here. Shentu drives, a lot of contact, falls to the ground. Back and forth on Manigault and McKinney, and the Eminem duo attacking on the fast break.
This lead is now up to 5.
What a turn of events it has been. Herring attacks. Unable to get it in. Boyd to Shentu. They let him take it. Does not go down. Black Bears on the run again. Mike McKinney will pull up, and they just keep on adding it to the lead. Fans are loving it here at the Venetian. 8-point lead for the Black Bears. Wolf Warriors have to call the timeout. Quarter, the Black Bears have outscored the Warriors 23-5, building up an 8-point lead with 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Coach.
Big shot by Mick McKinney on the break, taking that break jumper from the 3-point area, giving them more cushion for the action here. 8-point lead, and what a sudden turn of events in the final 3 minutes of that third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter.
Coach Todd Purves bringing back Scotty Ewing onto the court. The shooter immediately goes to action, does not knock it down though. Black Bears get a chance to build their own double-digit lead. Liu Zihao knocking down a crucial three earlier. Gets it to Manigault. Manigault attacking who? Nice pull of the chair there. What do you think of that move, Coach?
Sit down, be humble. Good move right there. Taking the contact first, giving a strong resistance, and then pulling out once early. Manigault just trying to hit him with a harder bump.
Wolf Warriors got what they need in a defensive stop. Now they need to add points on the board. Julian Boyd misses the three. They've been going cold from everywhere, actually. Mortal Kombat sounded there. Macau Black Bears looking to put on the fatality. Does not get it, though. Steven Thomas draws a foul on Brandon Edwards.
I like what you did there. Try to go a little Raiden on me.
Just a little bit of old school games there.
That was Christopher Lambert for you with that soundtrack.
So the Wolf Warriors get away on that side without seeing the lead go up. Herring attacks. Running out of options, going down to Boyd on that post corner. He has Manigault on him, loops it up, and gets a crucial two for the Wolf Warriors.
Tough shot off the drop step. The help defender was right there, but of course using the touch was Julian Boyd, turning to the baseline with his right hand.
McKinney using his speed all the way for a nearly uncontested layup.
Every time that he does that hesitation move, he freezes the defender. And he has that sudden burst to finish that shot.
Scotty Ewing unable to answer. Mike McKinney has been heating up once again, now has 19 points. We go with 8 assists as well. Kenny Manigault attacking, lays it in, and one. This is his game, Coach.
And scoring his 37th point of the ball game, getting slapped across the arm. Enough athleticism to clutch it down and finish off the glass.
Already his season high, Kenny Manigault also has 11 boards and 8 assists. We're officially putting him on the triple-double alert.
No frustration being shown. Getting frustrated right here. Was Douglas Shearing calling this thumbs down play.
11-point lead for the Black Bears. Out of nowhere. Scotty Ewing gets it down the post to Boyd again, attacking there. Does not get it. Wolf Warriors can't find anything to work right now. Black Bears, on the other hand, going to McKinney. And everything is going down for the home team.
And right now, the rim, that ring, is as big as the Atlantic Ocean for the Black Bears.
Black Bears were ready to celebrate that stop before the whistle by the refs. That is on Brandon Edwards. That's his 4th personal.
And clearly there was body contact right there. Clean up top, but body contact underneath. So 2 free throws for Doug Ehring.
There's still 4 minutes left in this game. The Black Bears have built a 13-point lead, but that's a lot of time left. Herring has not had the best game from the floor, 3 of 13.
But understandable, coming off a 5-game layoff, recuperating for that injured leg.
Still, though, he's been able to set up his teammates, 8 assists. As a timeout is called by the Black Bears, getting their calm together. We're back in a bit for more action. 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Mike McKinney, 23, 7, and 9. Just 2 big games from these 2 mega stars.
Both on triple-double alert.
Manigault trying to attack. Jenny Liu to Liu Zihao, pulls up. Does not get it. Steve Thomas with a board. Tang Chi Kang back on the floor for the Wolf Warriors. Attacks the basket. Nice pass to Julian Boyd, and they really needed that.
Much needed basket coming off a stop for the Wolf Warriors. They need to clamp down on D and just get higher percentage shots. Again, to start off this ball game, they had a lot of shots inside the painted area.
Mike McKinney attacking off that left side wing again. Does not get the layup to go, but gets the foul on him.
And he just glides. I mean, putting in this move right there, taking the contact from Julian Boyd. So 2 free throws coming up for Mick McKinney.
McKinney 2 of 3 from the line tonight. He's been 9 of 18 from the floor, so pretty efficient for him as well. Misses that one there. Usually a very good free throw shooter. Maybe the venue here at the Venetian got a little bit too quiet for his liking. Gets the second one down to keep the lead at double digits for the Black Bears. Tang Chi Kang to Julian Boyd again. Boyd pulls up a 3. Boyd knocking down his 2nd straight basket.
And they need this guy to get going. In this 4th quarter, Julian Boyd is leading the team with 25 points. Latest one coming off that 3-point shot, and they need to stop.
Brandon Edwards with 4 fouls. Gets it to Kenny Manigault. Kenny trying to get swiped by Doug Herring. Misses completely as Doug Herring, good defense, not falling for the shot attempt.
I think Brandon Edwards tweaked something on his left ankle. He is walking gingerly going down the floor right now.
They really need him to go up against Stephen Thomas. Doug Herring trying to get Ewing in the corner. They finally get him free. Scotty Ewing all the time in the world does not get it. But Stephen Thomas cleans up once again.
Lead is down to 5 as we enter close to our final 2 minutes of the ball game.
15 boards for Stephen Thomas, 6 on the offensive end. Mike McKinney shaking his defenders loose. Gets it to Manigault in the corner. Back to Luciao at the top. Edwards with a big-time board. Black Bears gonna slow it down, trying to burn more precious time. Manigault, good pass to Brandon Edwards, who misses it. Stephen Thomas, exclamation defensive possession. Herring. This is a big opportunity for the Wolf Warriors. Kicks it to Ewing. Gets it to Boyd. He has Manigault on him. Posting it down to the right hand. Boyd with the big time bucket.
Yeah, big boy move right there by Julian Boyd. Doing some work on the post, putting the shoulder on the hip, turning and finishing inside a shaded area.
They're down to a 1 possession game, closing in on the final minute. Kenny Manigault drives to the right, misses the layup that he has been hitting all night. Wolf Warriors, grand opportunity. Doug Herring ties up the game.
Dials it, books it, and nails it for 3. Doug Herring, despite of the bad shooting, whenever you need him, he would answer that call.
The Macau Wolf Warriors with a 10-0 run to tie things up with 57.3 seconds left in the game. This is worth of what we're calling the Macau Derby matchup.
Black juncture right here. A little misunderstanding between the officials and the bench saying that they want the inbound from the backcourt. They want to burn as much time as possible. This will be a 3 to 4 possession ball game, TK.
We'll try it from there. Mike McKinney attacking. Loses possession a bit. Kicks it back to Lucy Hell. Fakes it. Back to Manigault. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Manigault attacks the right. Swatted away by Steve Thomas. Nearly gets his own block.
And squeezing out all the effort left on those legs, going up and blocking the shot. Right now, baseline inbound here.
Brandon Edwards gets defended again by Steve Thomas.
And again, that ankle that he tweaked on the slide, playing a big part on this run, as that slight injury might be slight when we look at it, but could be worse for Brandon Edwards. And you see him grimacing underneath the basket.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Douglas Herring misses it. It's tapped away. The refs are going to call it. They're gonna check the replay though.
And that's the best way to do it. Always check the replay.
Refs were close to calling it for the Wolf Warriors, but they are smartly going to a video replay. But big time step up for Steve Thomas on the defensive end, block after block, and just contesting the shots for the Black Bears.
And Brandon Edwards walking gingerly. We noticed it on that first screen and roll action. Once he slid, he tweaked that angle. So right here on the tap, you see it ever so slightly.
That's not entirely conclusive. It did look like Steve Thomas's hand was in front, but Edwards' hands was a bit higher. The refs are pointing it to possession for the Wolf Warriors.
And that was the right call.
Black Bears, though, not contesting it.
Last shot time for the Wolf Warriors. A chance to win this game right here.
10.2 seconds left in this game. The match for Macau. It is tied at 95. The fans giving a bit of a dap here for Julian Boyd for such a great game by both teams. Doug Herring. Julian Boyd, the leading scorer, backing him down in the paint. And it rolls in for the Wolf Warriors. 97-95, 1 second left.
As I told you, TK, anytime that you take a post up and you have a bigger guy against a smaller guy, that is a higher percentage shot. And they have been going to Julian Boyd almost exclusively this final 2 minutes. The final 2 minutes end. Right now he has 29 big points, none bigger than the last shot that he took.
Julian Boyd about to step up as the hero for the Macau Wolf Warriors. 29 points. None more important than the last two to put his team back up in the lead. A 12-0 run by the visiting Wolf Warriors. However, 0.9 seconds left for the Black Bears to turn this around.
So this would be a catch and shoot. You don't want them to have a clear look at the basket. You don't want a lob pass inside the shaded area. You would rather give them an outside shot.
Liu Zihao to inbound. McKinney, Manigault on the floor. Julian Boyd steals the inbound. The hero of the game, the Wolf Warriors storming the floor. And that is the end of the match for Macau. The Wolf Warriors going away with the win, 97-95. Pushing their win total to come even at 5 with the Black Bears.
Big game for Julian Boyd. And now, just proving that once you have that mismatch, you need to go there, and a big win for them. Now being in control of the season series 2-1 ahead of the Black Bears.
What a game, back and forth. The Macau Wolf Warriors built up a double-digit lead, only to see it go away as the Black Bears got their double-digit lead and then stormed back for the dramatic end once again. Wolf Warriors going away 97-95. What a game this has been. It's been a pleasure calling it. I'm TK, anchor for today, along with our analyst, Coach Hammer. We'll see you once again for more ABL action. It's been a pleasure. See you next time.
Empire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai, oh everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom